Okay, when should you use your race day shoes, your super shoes, during training? Hopefully by the end of this, I clear up the best possible method you can use in order to get the most out of your race, to get as fast and as strong for the race as you can. Now, the two main mistakes that people make with super shoes, and I've been there, you get super excited, you get them on, they feel incredible, they feel light, they feel cushioned, they're propelling you forward, you're not oscillating as much, you're not bouncing up and down, that energy is moving forward, you get the energy return, it's also saving energy. So at 30K, 33K in a marathon, your legs feel fresh for the first time when before they were beat up in regular shoes. Then you start to think, oh, I'm doing all my training in this because all my training is faster. So you start to do your recovery runs and easy runs. Got many friends and athletes that I've coached before that have made this mistake. What then happens is your muscles get used to that, and it's easier to run in those shoes. It's easier to go faster in that shoes. So if you're doing your recovery runs and your easy runs in those shoes, then your calves, your hamstrings, your glutes, they're not having to do the same level of work, and therefore they're not building as strong as you need them to be in order to run as fast as possible. What we're trying to do is build strength, but also insert our race day shoes at certain key points during the training week and the training schedule in order to get the very best of them, but prepare yourself for race day. The second type of person is usually, they've just spent $300 on a pair of shoes, they don't want to do that every 6 months. The second type of person is, I only use these for race day. The problem there is that these shoes are so good, and we're talking between 5 and 15% gains. They're so good that your stride length is increasing. You're running in a different way. And if you're not used to those biomechanics, which do change in the super shoe versus a regular shoe, you're going to get muscle fatigue in the wrong areas and on the wrong day. So when it gets to halfway or when it gets to 30K, instead of feeling fresh because you prepped in the right day in the super shoes, you're actually fatigued and worse, injured, hamstring problems, calf problems, lots of issues like this because all of a sudden you're trying to run far, and it's especially relevant for longer distances, but anything from 10K where you're kind of exerting yourself and you really want to run as fast as you can. The marathon will find you out if you're running in a different way to all of your training schedule and all of the rest of your running. So there's a sweet spot, and this is how I did it. And don't get me wrong, I didn't just come to this and think, right, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to insert there and there. There was some trial and error, and there was some speaking to the community, because this was back in 2017 where everybody was making one of these two mistakes. Here's what I did to solve it. So all my recovery runs and easy runs would be in regular shoes. It gets a little bit more complicated than this. For my interval sessions, when I'm running fast, when I'm running marathon pace, or when I'm running race pace, I use the shoes. I use the super shoes, and I get used to the biomechanics that I'm gonna be using in the race. That's incredibly important. So you're getting used to your nutrition on that day, you're getting used to going fast, you're also getting used to the right shoes, the race day shoes. Also faster than marathon pace. If you're trying to go, say marathon or race pace, 10% faster, so you're getting comfortable at race pace, use the shoes. Whenever you're doing faster running, use the shoes. For the weekend long run, so recovery runs, easy runs, we're using regular shoes. We're building strength from the calves, the soleus, the gastroc, hamstrings, the quads, the glutes. We're building strength, and it's super important that you do that in regular shoes, regular running shoes. For the long run, if you're going out there and just doing long, slow distance, if you're new to long runs, you're already getting the benefit of endurance and stamina, that super compensation from the long run, just use regular shoes. If you then start to insert segments or intervals during the long run, it becomes a specific long run, and that might look something very simple like 24K. First 8K, pretty comfortable, 20% slower than your race pace, middle 8K, race pace. And then the last 8K, race pace plus 20% or something like that. So it's relevant, but the middle point, we want to be using the shoes. That doesn't mean change. Do the whole run, do the whole specific long run in your race day shoes. What that's going to do for you, you're getting used to running fast. You're getting used to running at race pace. You're getting used to running faster than race pace. And you're also getting used to running far, and you're getting used to running again on the long run, specifically at race pace or faster than race pace, whatever it is you've got in that session. That's the two simple ways I would do in order to strengthen the body, get the best out of the body, but also get the best out of the shoes on race day. You can really shock yourself if you insert those two strategies. Just use them with fast running or specifically towards race pace and beyond. Super important. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments below. And as always, please help the channel, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.